Hi guys, if you are viewing my channel first time, please subscribe to my channel for more updates on embedded systems. Today we are mainly discussing about on 8051 IO port programming in assembly language. Okay, it is also one of the feature in 8051 microcontroller, and it is a 40 pin dual inline package. That means it is having the two sides having the pin 1 to 20, 21 to 40, and here the port 0, 1, 2, 3 in S format, and each porting having the 8 pins, totally 32 IO pins we can use for the input and output use case. For example, we can connect LED or switch to the this 32 IO pins. For example, here the port 1 we are having the only the input and output use case, but in case of port 0, 2, 3 we are having the input and output as well as some special functionality as well. For example, if I want to connect any external memory like RAM or ROM, this port 0, port 2 can be used. For example, we don't have any external memory to be interfaced, so that I can use these two ports also input and output use case. For example, here port 3 we are having the multi-functionalities as well as input and output use case. For example, we don't have any serial communication. For example, we have the TXD, means if I want to transmit the data serially, I can use this pin. For example, we don't have any transmission use case, so that I can use this port 3.1 also for the input and output use case. Similar way RxD. For example, we don't have any reception application use case, so that I can use this port 3.0 also input and output use case. Next, interrupt 0 and interrupt 1. For example, if I want to serve any service upon any external interrupt, so that I can use these two pins. For example, if this use case is not there, so that I can use these two pins also for input and output use case. Next, here T0 and T1 for the counting applications we can use these two pins. For example, we don't have any counting use case, so that I can use these two pins also input and output use case. Next, read and write. If I want to connect any external memory to indicate whether I want to read the data or write the data, so that these two control pins can be used. Otherwise, we can use input and output use case. Okay, these are mainly use of the 832 IO pins. For example, initially, for example, this 32 IO pins we can use for the input and output use case. We can connect LED or switch to any of the pin. We can write the program as well. Okay, today we are mainly discussing about on the IO port programming. We won't discuss these special functionalities today. Okay, then we will discuss more on today about the port programming, and we need to understand about the port 0 one more use case. Here we don't have any internal pull-up resistors, but in case of port 1, 2, 3 we have internal pull-up resistors. But if you want to use this port 0, we need to connect external pull-up resistor. Okay, we'll see here. Okay, for example, each port pin having this configuration MOSFET. For example, here I'm just giving the logic one. Here VCC and ground will be connected. Okay, that's why we are calling it as open drain. Okay, it can be used for input and output use case. This port 0 also. Each pin must be connected externally to 10k ohm resistor. For example, if you want to use this port 0, for each and every port pin, we need to connect one external resistor to the VCC to the pin. Okay, similar way we need to connect all the port pins. If you want to use the complete all the port pins, we need to connect to the all the resistors, and this we can connect to the LED or switch to the externally. Okay, this is the way we need to configure for the port 0. But in case of 1, 2, 3, we are having internal pull-ups. This 1, 2, 3, we are having internal pull-ups. This we don't have any internal pull-up. We need to connect externally if you want to use. Okay, next we'll discuss, we'll write one program in our Keel software, and we will see whether this output is working as expected in our Proteus. Okay, this is the following code will continuously send out to port 0 the alternatively value 00 and FFH. Okay, we need to write one program continuously. I need to send 00H and FFH to the port 0 continuously. That means I need to write the some while program. Okay, that means completely some infinity loop I need to write here. See, sgem back, I will come to here. Once my program is executed again, if my control is here, sgem again I will come back to here. This is my continuously, I'm just satisfying this statement. and here the alternatively I need to send 00h and 1 ffh with some delay. Okay, similar way we wrote the program. Here we'll understand more. Move a comma 00h. I'm just loading the accumulator with 00. Move port 0 comma a. What are the content of a having the 00h? I'm just copying to the port 0. This is my first statement is completed. I just return port 0 with 00h, and I am just waiting for some delay. If I want to observe whether this port 0 is written or not, just I am giving some delay. Okay, here a called delay. This is the other function I am calling it. I am just storing my other program in the origin 300h. Okay, this program I am storing from the 00h. From the start onwards, I am storing this program origin 0h. I am storing from the start. Okay, whatever next I am writing the program, it will be stored in the from 00h from the program memory, and this subprogram storing from the 300h. Okay, this 300h I am storing this complete this function. Okay, here I am just calling the a call, means within 2 kb we can call this function. Okay, I'm just using the a call delay. Here I'm come to here and move r5 comma ffh. Just I am loading r5 with ffh, and here I have loaded with ffh means 255. And again here I am just looping the thing 255 times. djnz means decrement jump if not 0. R5 having the 255 value, I'm just decrementing by 1, 254. It is not a 0. This time jumping it here, and this loop will continue until 255 times. Okay, after this, I'm just come back to the main program. Just I should write this return. Otherwise, my controller will be stay here only. Okay, if I want to come back to the main program, I should always write the return command. Okay, after the completion of this function I will come to here again, and I am just writing the accumulator with ff. I am just copying the accumulator to the port 0. Okay, here I am just writing ff to the port 0. First I wrote 00 to the port 0, and I am waiting some delay, and after that I am writing to the port 0 ff. Again I am waiting for some delay, and from here sjump to the back. Okay, just we understood. First from the I'm just writing to the port 0, I'm waiting some delay, and again I'm writing to the port ff, and I'm waiting for some delay. For example, here I'm writing 00 to the port 0 means all the port pins I'm writing with 00. For example, 00 means 8 port pins having the logic zeros. That means if I connect the LEDs, all the LEDs off. For example, if I am just writing ff to the port 0, then all the port pins will be turned on. All the logics I am sending logic 1, all the port pins, all the 8 port pins I am sending logic 1. If I connect the led, the led will turn on. Okay, we'll write the program in our kill software, the same program, just I am copying this one. Okay, we'll try to create one program, one project in the microvision 5. Okay, here initially it will be blank. Okay, if I want to write any program, first we need to create our target in our microvision tool. Okay, just I am going to the project, new microvision project, just I am clicking that, and here I will go to the desktop. I will create new folder, and if you want to create a new project, we need to go this similar way. Okay, here my project, just I am writing my project name. Okay, and I need to go inside and save my project name. Okay, this is my first project. We can write anything. First, my first project. Okay, here I have saved my microvision format. Okay, next after that we need to select our target, whether I need to write we have so many target hardwares, so that I can take the Intel one. Okay, just search the Intel. Okay, just in the Intel we have 8031, we have 3251 we need. Okay, right now I'm just writing the program to the 8051 microcontroller. That's why I took this one. If you see the features, MCS NMOS single chip 8-bit microcontroller with 32 IO lanes, as we discussed in the port introduction. We have the port pin, 4 IO ports, and each port having the 8 pins, totally 32 IO pins, and two timers. Two timers are counters, we can use these two timers, and 5 interrupts and 4 kilobytes of ROM memory. Okay, we have ROM memory of 4 kilobytes and 128 bytes of RAM. Okay, whatever the features are matching to our 8051 microcontroller, that's why I can just take this one, just okay click, and whatever the startup will be added to our target. Okay, next I want to write my assembly program. Okay, today we are mainly discussing about the assembly program. Just I'm just copying this complete assembly program and just copying to here. Okay, just if you want to copy, first I need to add new item to the group. Okay, I need to create one assembly program, right? That's why I'm creating my, this is my assembly. Just I am writing my code, just my file name, and it is my format is assembly, and just I am doing add. Okay, just I have created my assembly dot a51 means assembly 51. Okay, just I am writing my same code here, and my subprogram also I will write to the similar way. Okay, end should be always at the end, that's why I'm just writing from here. Okay, as we understood, see, here to here is my subprogram. From here I'm storing my origin is 0h. From here to here I'm storing the my program 0h onwards, and from the 300h onwards I am storing my subprogram. Whenever the a call delay is called, and we'll come to here my microcontroller, I will execute this one. After the completion of this function, I will come back to again to the main program. Okay, similar way we will run our code. Just build, if you want to build, if you want to check any errors, this is the first step. Okay, for example, if I am just writing some wrong here, if I am just compiling here, see, it is a line to having some error. Okay, it is showing by using the dot list file, we are trying to find out the issues. Okay, here just I have compiled, there is no errors. And here this is for the executable generation. If you want to store our executable in a out folder, so that we need to press this one, create X. Otherwise it will just to generate internally, and it will try to debug. If you want to generate any out folder, we need to just select this one, and it will generate the executable in a out folder. For example, if I just see in my desktop objects, okay, here you see the executable. Okay, corresponding this program, we have generated our executable. Okay, we'll understand how the program is executing. We can also, we have the debugging option. Okay, by the use of this tool, we have edited our program, and also we have compiled, and also we generated the executable, and finally we can also debug the same code here. Okay, and here we are getting one of the pop-up. Okay, we'll just go back again, just I'm going to the debug again. Okay, here evaluation mode running with code size limit 2 KB. Okay, our program memory having up to 4 KB, but our compiler it is showing us that you should write the code within this 2 KB. Okay, for example, if you are writing the code more than 2 KB, then we need to take the another IDE. Okay, right now just for us it's 2 KB is enough. I'm just going to the execution. Okay, if you want to execute your code step by step, you can use these options. Okay, for example, I have written the code for the port 0. I can go to the peripherals. I can take the port 0 here. Okay, I want to check whether the real time I'm just writing the port 0 with 00 or FF or not. I need to check in the debug mode. Okay, here also we can simulate, and step by step if you want to simulate, just I am going the step by step here. Okay, here I just written port 0. Here already this instruction was executed. I just written 00 to the port. Means all the port pins having the logic 0. That means all the LEDs will off. If I connect the hardware, all the LEDs to the port 0, all LEDs will be off. For example, if I am just going further, okay, next step I'm going to here, see here a called delay. I come to the 300 location, my stack pointer is increased. That means I stored my program to the stack pointer, and I came to here, and I'm executing this one. Here my alpha is 0. Right now I'm loading with FF. If I just execute the next step, see, I have loaded R5 with FF. Next step, I will just increment by 1 FE. It is not 0. Again, I will jump to here. Okay, this loop will continue until 255 times. Okay, just if I execute this one like this, F7, F6, this will decrement to up to 0. Once it is 0, it will exit, and it will return to the again main program. Okay, if you want to execute furthermore fast, I can just press this one. If you want furthermore fast, I can press this one. See, I completely executed 255 times. I come back to here, and I will write FF to the port now. Okay, here I wrote ff to the port. Okay, just again I'm just calling the delay. I will wait 255 times. See here again I have loaded with R5 with ff. I am just waiting for 255 times. Okay, if you want to do further more fast, I can press this one again. I am just as them back. I will come to here. I will write to the 00. Just I am pressing here. See again I return to 00. Okay, this process will be continued until infinity times. Okay, here this code I need to write. I need to send 00 and ff continuously. Okay, as per the code we have executed, and also it's working fine, so that I can design our hardware now. Okay, here by using Proteus, otherwise I need to design, I need to just buy the hardware, I need to flash and check. Okay, by the use of this Proteus 8, we can design our hardware and we can simulate whether in a real time manner we can connect the LED, and also we can see whether the LED is turned on or off. Okay, here I need 8051 microcontroller from the library. Just right click, place, components, and from library. Just I am taking the 80C51. Okay, I want to flash my code to this microcontroller chip. That's why I'm taking this one. And if you want to use this port 0, we need to connect external resistor again to the place component. I need resistor. Okay, usually we need to connect 10k resistor. For our case, we'll be connecting only 100 ohms. Why? Because this here the voltage drop is very less compared to our in our real time hardware. But in case of real time, when you are buying any hardware resistor, we should connect the 10k resistor. But here I am using only the 100 ohms. Okay, why? Because we will get the highest voltage to our resistor to our LED. Just I am connecting LED now. Okay, I will just take the resistor. Okay, here this resistor I am okay. I don't want resistor. I need LED. Okay, from LED. Okay, I need some animated LED so that we'll see the real-time behavior. So that I am just taking the LED and just I'm connecting anode to the pin and cathode to the ground. Okay, here I have designed my hardware, but only one pin I have designed. Okay, similar way we can design for the remaining seven pins also we can design the same hardware. Okay, here we need power supply. I need some DC power supply, 5 volts. I'm just giving 5 volts to here. Just double click here. You can give how much supply you want. Just right now I have given that 5 volts. Okay, just initially I have not programmed this. I have the executable. This I have not flashed initially. I have not flashed my program. Just I am running with initial configuration. This port pin is on. Okay, initially, if I just given the 5 volts power supply to the microcontroller, all the initial port pins having the logic one, that means LED on. For example, if I connect this one to, okay, same similar way, if I want to connect to the 8051 to our port 2.0, but there is no need of this external pull-up resistor in case of port 2, 3 and 1 we no need of this pull-up resistor, but in case of our port 0 we need external pull-up resistor. This is only the difference. Okay, initially all the four IO ports, initially logic 1, all the four LEDs will all the four IO ports initially, all the if you connect any LED to the any pin of the microcontroller, it will be turned on. Why? Because logic 1. Okay, this is due to the logic one means 5 volts. I'm just sending the 5 volts to the each and every pin so that LED is on initially. For example, if I want to write this program, just I want to flash my executable. Okay, corresponding this executable I am flashing it now. What is my behavior? This port 0 I need to write with 00, and after that after some delay I need to write with FF. Okay, similar way if I'm just pressing OK, here just we need to flash our executable in the desktop. We have our my project objects, the same executable I'm flashing it here, and I can just play now. Okay, see here LED off on. Okay, if you right now I'm sending completely complete port 0, I'm just sending with 00, right? If you connect the LED to here also, it will just turn on. Okay, why? Because I am writing FF means all ones, all zeros, all ones I am writing. if you design any hardware, you need to design same hardware to the complete 8 pins so that 8 LEDs will on. Okay, similar way, if I want to change the program to port 2, so you can change to the port 2. Just I am changing these two lines of code. Just I am saving. Again, build, generate executable, and I got the executable, and same executable I have selected here. Okay, here right now I have written the program for the port 2, but port 0 as usual. Okay, initially on. Okay, just we need to connect array of LEDs now. Here we have one more hardware that is very useful one. Okay, here LEDs. Here we can take the multiple LEDs, so we can just design our hardware efficiently. Okay, here we have gray. Yeah, here we can connect so many LEDs to our port, so I can use this one. This time moving to the right side. Okay, here I can connect 10 LEDs. We have 10 LEDs. This 10 LEDs we can use. Okay, just I am connecting all the 8 LEDs. Why? Because here we written the program for the port 2. That's why I just connecting to the port 2. Okay, this is my all anodes. The left side is anodes and the right side is cathode. This is a mainly hardware use case. Okay, just I have connected 8 LEDs, and the right side we should connect to the ground, all the 8 pins. Otherwise, it won't turn on. Okay, these 8 pins we need to connect to the ground. Okay, just click here, just go through that, and it will just click on this. It will just create the ground. It will just create our efficient way. Just if you start working on this, it's very useful, and also you can just flash and verify your real-time behavior. See here, I'm just writing with 00 means all the 8 port pins having logic 0. That means all LED is off. If I'm just writing FF to the port, completely all LED is on. For example, we can pause also and verify whether the all LED is on or off. Similar way, you can just pause whenever you want. Okay, see, whenever turn off, I just stopped. Okay, here based on our 12 megahertz we are executing now. If you want to reduce, even you can also reduce. For example, if I am just executing with 1 megabytes on it will be very slow. See, here our microcontroller speed I am operating with 1 megahertz. See, it's sending zeros and ones very slowly. Okay, usually we should operate our microcontroller frequency 11.059 in our mainly in real time in our serial communication we are using that, but normally you can operate with 12. Okay, initially all ports having the logic 1, but in case of port 0 if you want to use, you should connect the external resistor, but all other ports you can use. Okay, but here we wrote the program to turn on or off LEDs, 8 LEDs. We wrote the program, and also we verified the in real time manner, verified the behavior. And similar way, we have another use case also. This IO port programming, we can access bitwise and also bytewise. We can access complete port, or we can also access particular pin. We should not touch the other pins also. We have the bit accessible registers also we have. That's why here I'm writing the program for the only one pin. Okay, sometimes we need to access only one or two bits of a port. Why? Because if I want to connect one switch to the microcontroller, so that I need to access only one pin, one bit. Okay, that's why we can write the bit operations also. We need to remember. Okay, here we have the set bit. For example, if I want to set a particular bit, I can use this set bit instruction. Clear bit. If I want to clear the particular port register bit, so that I can use this one. Complement. If I want to toggle the port status. Initially, my logic is 1. If I want to toggle to 0, so that I can use this one. Complement. Here, this is mainly for the jump instruction, jump bit. For example, if the bit is set, I need to jump to this respective target. For example, JNB, if the bit is not set, then I need to go to the that respective target. Okay, we'll implement one program for the jump if bit or jump if not bit. And right now we'll implement the for the complement or set or clear bit, we'll implement one program. Okay, here for the complement, I am just implementing one small program. Here back back to back. For the short jump, always I need to execute this program. Complement port 1.2. Initially my port 1.2 having the logic 1. Why? Because all the IO ports having the initially logic 1, and here I'm just complementing logic 1 to logic 0. Okay, it will be complemented means logic 1 to logic 0 I'm writing to the port 1.2, and here I'm just giving the delay. And similar way we can execute a small delay or max delay. You can just write to the program. Okay, here I am just calling the 8 delay, and here sjump to the back. Currently my port 1.0 having the logic 0, and here I am just complementing again logic 1. Okay, this is a program to just complement the port 1.0. Just I am writing okay, as of now we just access the complete port. Right now we are writing the program for the only to access particular bit. Okay, here I wrote only two statements of program, and here I need to add the my delay program also. We need return also, written from the program. And finally I'm just ending. Okay, if I am not mentioning any origin to the our microcontroller, here you can just mention 0h. Okay, if you not mentioning also, it will automatically take default 0. Why? Because our program counter always holding with 00h. That's why will be always 00. Okay, here I have just compiled. I am just complementing this one, and I am go back to here. We have the delay. Where is the delay function? I am just calling 8 delay. Okay, it's went to some other place. 1 minute. This 8 delay, just copied the thing. Okay, 8 delay was here. Okay, okay, this we need. Okay, here I'm just this is my comment complement 1.2. Okay, this is my delay program. Okay, whenever okay, we'll execute and we'll understand better way. Okay, just I have compiled, I got the executable also. We can just debug also. Okay, initially our right now we are mainly executing on port 1.2. That's why I will close the port 0, then I will take port 1. Right now I'm executing for the port 1.2. That's why I can take the port 1 here. Okay, 1.0, 1.1, 1.2. Okay, here I am just accessing this bit. Okay, first I am having the 1. If I just execute this instruction, I am just complementing this 1 to 0. Okay, if you just go to the step, see, I just complemented this 1 to 0. Okay, now I got the logic 0 I have written, and I'm waiting for some delay. Okay, if I'm just going to the step, okay, I will go to the delay, and I'm just writing the R5 with FF. Okay, here the stack pointer also incremented. That means already our whatever the address or the next address is already stored into the PC or stored into the stack pointer. Whenever the return is called, we are retrying back to the our again program counter. Again we will execute from the here. Okay, here we came to delay, and here we are executing until 255 times. Here FF it will decrement until 0 255 times. After the completion of that, and we again will come back to the complement. Okay, if you want to execute faster way, again I just executed short jump. Then again I come back to here. I just set to 1. Again delay. Okay, if I just execute this one, see, always infinite times continuously. SJM I have the short jump. Again I am just go back to here. The infinite continuously I am just complementing the port 1.2. This is my output behavior with some delay. Okay, this is a program we written, and also we simulated, and it's working fine, so that we can design our hardware and also we can flash. Okay, right now I need to connect the LED to the port 1.2. Okay, here this port 0 anyway we are not using it. I will just disconnect. Now I need to connect this anode to the port 1.2. Right now I am just operating 1.2. If you see the code, right, I am just written for the 1.2. That's why I have connected the LED to the 1.2. Just I am replaying. Why? Because already my executable is already selected. No need to select again and again. Why? Because this already executable is always generating in the same place from the key, and the same executable is already selected here. Okay, no need to select multiple times. Already it was selected. Just we need to just stop and play. Whatever the changed program will be reflected here. See here the LED is turn on off toggling. Only this bit I am operating, but if you see the other bits are as it is in a initial format. Okay, if you see here, port 1.0 I have connected to the other LED. Okay, it will just turn on always. Okay, see here, it's always turned on. I have connected to this LED. This LED is on. Okay, this is the way we need to just work on. If you want to work on particular bit also, we can work. Why? Because we have the bit instructions as well as byte instructions also. This is my byte instruction. Move port 0 comma a, completely port I am accessing. Completely port bits are affected. But in case of bit accessing, only particular bit will be accessed. Okay, this is also similar program, just I written with the set bit and clear bit. See here, set bit, I'm just setting the port 1.2, and I'm just waiting for some delay and just clearing. Okay, instead of the complement we can use the set and clear. Okay, same program, if you just flash this one also, we'll get the same output. Okay, similar way I will just flash and I will show you. Okay, just I have written the same program here, just set clear with some delay, and that's it. With some delay. Okay, just I'm executing the same and we'll get the same output. Okay, see here, port 1.2 will be always toggled. For the remaining bits, always if I'm just connecting 1.10 to the LED, it's always turned on. Okay, then we'll understand the next programs as well. Okay, jump if bit, for example, we'll do one real time use case. For example, whenever the switch is pressed, we need to turn on the LED. Okay, here I am, switch is connected to the 1.7. Write a program to check the status of the switch and perform the following. If switch is pressed, turn on the LED, and if switch is not pressed, turn off the LED. In our home use case, if I just press the switch, I want to design with our microcontroller so that I can write this program, a simple program we can write. Whenever the switch is pressed 1 point, okay, here I just taken the 1.2 here, just okay, here I just took the 1.2 pin for the switch. Okay, JNB, jump if not bit set. For example, if this logic is 0, I'm just going to this over and I am just clearing the port 2.0. Okay, here I need to connect the LED. For example, if my jump is set, for example, this bit is set, I will set the port 2.0. Okay, just we'll flash this code and we'll verify the in real time manner. Just I'm just pasted this code, and similar way I have executed. Okay, in this program we need to connect switch to the 1.2 and LED to the 2.0. Okay, here LED to 2.0. Here 2.0 means only the first one is required, and I will just disconnect all other things. Why? Because we'll get confused. Okay, just I have removed all other pins, and here we need 1.2, we need to connect the switch. Okay, here I will take the switch from the library again. From library, I need switch in a real-time manner. I need the switch, and I have just connected to 1.2, 1 point, not 1.0, 1.2, and the left side we need to connect to the ground. Okay, this is the way I have designed my hardware as per my program. Okay, if I just press the switch, I need to turn on the LED. Just see. Okay, it's working reverse order. If I just press the key, it's turn off. It's working near reverse order. Okay, I will just change my program to the just jump if bit to the place. Okay, if the switch is pressed, I need to turn on the LED. If not, just turn off. See here, if the switch is open, my LED is off. If I just press the switch, my LED is on. Okay, now we'll understand the in a real time manner. Jump if bit. Okay, this port 1.0 is bit is set. If it is bit is 1, then I will go to over and I will clear the bit. And here, if the bit is not set, I will come to here, I will set the port 2.0. Here we are clearing the 2.0. Here we are setting the 2.0. Assemble here. Okay, whenever this is executed, always we are going to the back to the again from the start. Okay, this is a simple program. Here, if you see here in a real-time manner, jump if bit. For example, if I am just pressing this one, it is connecting to the ground. I will get logic 0. For example, if it is open, right, I will get the logic 1. Now we'll understand. Now see here, jump if bit, now the bit is set, I need to clear that one. See here. Now this bit is set. This 1.2, the red means it is set. Blue means it is 0. It is cleared. Okay. Now the bit is set. See here. Now JB 1.0 bit is set. Now I am going to here. I am just clearing 1.2.0. Okay. This 2.0 is cleared. See. Okay. I have executed. I have just satisfied this statement. If I just open the switch. If I close the switch, it is our logic will be 0. I will come to the this case. Okay, I will just set the port 2.0. Okay, this is a simple way we can understand the program and we can design. Okay, here we have written the same program. If I just press the switch, I need to turn on. Okay, here also we are accessing the bitwise. We are using the jump bit or jump no bit. Okay, these two instructions, the bit instruction we have used and we have implemented one of the use case. If the switch is pressed, we need to turn on the led. If switch is not pressed, we need to turn off the led. Okay, mainly we need to mainly use of this skill macro vision. We need to write the code and also we need to generate the executable from this, and also we can simulate the in a real time manner. Here also we can just check the real time manner. Here we need to take the 1 point and port 2 also. Here I will here initially it was set. I will just go to the step. Okay, it's cleared. See, it's cleared. Okay, for example, this 1 point what is the thing 1.2, right? 1.0, 1.1.2. Okay, here just I have cleared that one. Just I am going further. See, it's set to 1. Okay, this is the way we need to simulate in our keel also. For example, in keel also we can debug, but if you want to graphically view our output, we can use this Proteus. Okay, in case of keel also we can see in case of debugging we can also observe few things, but better to simulate in our real-time hardware. Okay, this is the mainly today's session. Yeah, thank you friends, thank you for watching.